working harder to promote the question of the increased need for financing decent work programs. How will we deal with the gender pay gaps that just don't seem to go away? Some of us in this room are of an age that 30 years ago, this was going to be different. I wasn't going to be talking about a pay gap.
Oh, no.
We were going to have other things to deal with, and so I'd like to know of that. How are we going to deal with the question of full employment, based again in the decent work principles? How will we deal with the fact that I think the very first speaker talked about a strong feminist women's rights movement that brought us to the advances that we do have, that are fragile and must be guarded? And how will we deal with that in the face of that so many of the governments, including my own in Canada, have made sure that women's voices at the community level and advocacy level are muted? How will we deal with the question, how would you deal with the questions of labor market participation and public services, the differences in gender, health, education, maternal health, childcare? And looking at policies that really are a fair distribution of wealth is interesting. When we were looking at the Occupy movement of last year, the whole question of what would that Occupy movement sound and look like if it was a women's Occupy movement. So I would raise a number of those questions, but ultimately I think it gets down to how will we support the important programs that are there in each of your organizations? How do we support important programs like the ILO gender audits that are being done? But more importantly, how will we not just stand still but move ahead? Thank you.